Hi, my name is Brooke Dixon, and I'm going to be doing an instructional demonstration on phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is the ability to identify and manipulate individual sounds, also known as phonemes, in spoken words. So with that being said, I'm going to be teaching make-believe students, because obviously I'm not in a classroom, the first sound, which is also demonstrated on page 53 of the course text. During the video, I'm going to be giving you the standard, I'm going to be teaching you how to do the demonstration, and I'm going to be doing an independent practice activity that you could use in your own classroom. That's very effective. And then at the end, I'm going to conclude with an assessment that can be used in the classroom as well, just to ensure that my students have grasped the material. So to start off, the standard that fits what we're going to be doing today is for 5th grade students. And the reason why I chose that is because I want to be a middle school teacher, and that's the start of 5th grade. And it's going to be under reading literary text. It's standard 2, demonstrate understanding of spoken words, syllables, and sounds. And that makes sense because we're going to be practicing first sounds of words. Keep in mind that during this instructional demonstration that it's going to be a little bit more simplified than what you would think could be used with 5th graders, because it is going to be with students who do have learning disabilities. So I want to make sure that they understand before moving on to more difficult material, but that will be done after they grasp the simple part of it. So in my classroom, the way I would teach this is I would have a list of words on the board that have 3 phonemes, and I'm going to be going over them with the students. You can either use technology and have it on a projector or PowerPoint, or you can just have it simply on a board and just go through individually with your students. So the way I would do this is by saying, today we're going to be segmenting the first sound of words. I have a list of 3 phoneme words that are going to be shown on the board, and with your help, we're going to work on saying the first sound together. First, I am going to say the word, and you'll say the first sound in the word. So my turn. First, sound in mat is m. Now we're going to do it together. Together. First sound in mat, m. Yes, now it's your turn. So, what is the first sound in mat? Yes, m. Sarah, what is the first sound in mat? Yes, m. Good job. So the way we would do that is we would continue to do that with about 3 to 8 words until I feel like my students have grasped that concept. Then we can move on to the next concept. So another idea I included in this is doing an independent practice. This just ensures that my students have grasped the concept and are ready to move on. So the way we would do this is by playing an I Spy game. I would place students into groups within the classroom. There would be students with higher learning levels and lower learning levels, and that is to ensure that the higher learning level students can help the lower level students if needed. So the way they're going to do this is they're going to have, once in the groups, they're going to secretly choose an item in the room. He or she sound talks it to the other. So the students will have a word like pen, and they will, within their group, they will say, what is the first sound in pen? And that's just a way for them to work together and collaborate, and a way for them to practice independent practice while I'm circulating the classroom to ensure that they truly are grasping the concepts. So with that being said, I feel like that's a good idea for 5th graders, which shows that this is a little bit more advanced than your normal 2nd graders or 3rd graders, because they're having that time to do independent practice and not just depending on me to teach them and be there while they're learning the whole thing. They have a little bit of time to work on it independently. So for the assessment, I will be individually calling on students and asking them to say the first sounds out of a list of words. That is very similar to what we did earlier, but it's just me directly calling on students rather than me teaching them the words first. This is a good idea because it's going to ensure that the students do know what they're talking about, as well as making sure that they are grasping the concepts. I think this is another way that shows formative assessment, because it's not summative assessment, which is usually test material or something, but it's a way I'm calling on students and making sure that they're paying attention and focused. Thank you.